Every endeavor at City Montessori School, the world's largest school in terms of number of students enrolled as per the Guinness Book of World Records, is to produce good and smart children with universal values, global understanding, service to the world, and excellence in all things. School organizes 32 international events, with one such being the International Youth Convention on Commerce and Economics, organized by City Montessori School Station Road campus, for which all you young students of economics, commerce and accounts here have gathered at Lucknow at the CMS World Unity Convention Center. Welcome. Teams from all over India, including schools from Sri Lanka and Nepal, all staying together at the Kaizen Guest House, dining and interacting at the CISV Guest House at the huge big CMS Kanpur Road campus, where these two well-appointed guest houses are located, along with the huge World Unity Convention Center auditorium venue that can hold many competitions simultaneously in a day. In short, a unique nuclear model that upholds the CMS motto of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. During the press conference, it emerged that building a society which provides equal access to opportunities, negates disparities, and work for more equitably shared community and international relations is the vision of most schools participating at the 3rd IYCCE 2015.
So I hope that they will also have a very good experience here. City Montessori School has been organizing international events since 1993, and we have 20 campuses, and each campus organizes an international event. We not only give our own students, the students studying in City Montessori schools, a platform and opportunity to get international exposure, but we also invite teams from the rest of India to come and participate so that they can also share in this experience.
The purpose is to bring the children of various countries and the various parts of India together so that they develop bonds of friendship, love and understanding, and ultimately bring about unity and peace in the world. So the purpose is to bring the children from various parts of India and abroad closer to each other so they will develop bonds of friendship, love and understanding, and ultimately they develop an attitude that one day I will unite the world and make it a nice place worth living. The world requires to be united because there is so much of distances, divisions, and so much of calamity is looming large on the face of this world that any day the world may be in a great crisis. So we have to bring about the unity of the mankind.
It's my great pleasure to address over here as a representative from Nepal, India nearest country, Nepal. So I hope many of the participants are taking part in this program are going to get success and get some more ideas that the modern education is giving you more opportunities from CMS. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are representing Nepal here, and this is our great pleasure that we got this opportunity to come here, and our students, we hope that all the children will get opportunity to learn so many things, and once we'll finish all these programs, we'll be able to see the things from a new vision. We are here with this kind of hope. So thank you CMS for providing us all these opportunities. Thank you so much.
And we as a team from Sri Lanka are very thankful for this opportunity, because coming together with all our friends from the neighboring countries, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, it has been a wonderful experience the past 2 days. So I'm guessing the next 4 will be even better. To be honest, this is a great initiative because it is very rare that so many students around the world and teachers come together for a worthy cause such as this.
We are from our country, Nepal, and I would like to thank CMS for giving all the opportunities and a great hospitality over here to show our geniusness and our guts to win.
India's destiny is sitting in the classrooms. So from that classroom, we have called these children, and CMS as being the platform called the children of all the schools, national and international, here on the same platform, where they will show their skill, their performance, and yes, when they will go home from here, they will take a lot from them.
And we know it is the greatest stage of my life that since I have been, and we all will come to know many more things about the world over here, being here, about the nations of different countries, about the religions. This is a place where we can learn something, and I am here to do that. So thank you, sir, for providing us the space.
After the day's work, it was the grand inauguration time of International Youth Convention on Commerce and Economics at the CMS World Unity Convention Center Auditorium. The chief guest for the occasion, Mr. Anup Kumar Yadav, IAS, Director Agriculture Production, Mandi Parishad, Government of Uttar Pradesh, arrived along with his wife at the venue and welcomed graciously by the founder manager of City Montessori School, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, principal of the campus, Mrs. Bonita Joel, and President and Chief Operating Officer, City Montessori School, Professor Geeta Gandhi Kington. The program began with the school prayer, followed by a welcome song in honor of the chief guest.
I testify at this moment to my powerlessness and to thy might, to my power and to thy will. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my death to take, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. We sing this song with gratitude, and thanks to you we say, and all we feel by your presence this day. We're blessed that you're here today. We sing this song with gratitude, and thanks to you we say, we welcome you, our honored guests on this day.
All the participating teams then passed by the chief guest, Mr. Anup Kumar Yadav, Mrs. Rashmi Yadav, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, Mr. V.N. Garg, and the convener of IYCCE 2015, principal of the campus, Mrs. Bonita Joel,
our
on the
principal
stage.
and vice principal, who are ably guiding the judiciary and the citizens on this march. The next team is from the extreme north, that is Buddhan Kanti School, Kathmandu, Nepal. The next team in the march is the GD Goenka Public School, Rohini, New Delhi. They have come from the capital all the way to another capital, that is Lucknow.
The school's responsibility is to prepare the marshals of tomorrow. it is important that the students are made aware of world problems and through debate and discussions should be allowed to come to certain solutions. Model World Parliament conducted at City Montessori School focuses on agenda. At the IYCCE, the agenda for the World Parliament was globalization leading to world unity, e-commerce, a catalyst for women empowerment, corporate pioneers in creating social awareness, and curbing terrorism by boosting economy. Please pay attention to what these parliamentarians have to say.
Globalization breaks down barriers and integrates different countries. It leads to formation of an interconnected world. It leads to formation of a global village. It is an idea whose time has come. Globalization is but a tree which would yield the fruit of world unity. It is our prime concern, and proper initiatives need to be taken, and we hope that we will succeed soon in our endeavors. To deliberate on the same, member nations, please volunteer. Delegate of Japan, you are recognized.
Globalization is the process of international integration arising from the interchange of worldviews, ideas, products, and other aspects of the culture. It is one of the most important steps to promote world unity, as it enhances the communication between the countries in the form of trade. Since uniting the world is of paramount importance, member nations are drawing attention to the fact that globalization plays a major role in world unity. Japan believes that attracting foreign companies and capital to Japan will increase the inflow of opportunities of superior techniques.
Member nations, the modern world is developing towards globalization. In this regard, the issue about the role and place of international communication becomes an integral part of the human society. We all know that globalization has increasingly knit the world together, making borders disappear between nations and increasing the international division of labor. Not only this, but increase in cross-border trade and intercultural communication can happen only through globalization.
Globalization has brought benefits and opportunities to many people in many parts of the world. Are we not aware of the fact that extreme poverty remains a daily reality for more than 1 billion people who subsist on less than $1 a day? In City Montessori School, Lucknow, India, the philosophy of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam is well promoted, which forms the basis of CMS education that exhorts that mankind is but one family. The sole purpose of CMS is to establish the kingdom of God by imparting holistic education to children. Our CMS strives to ignite the fire of knowledge and wisdom in the hearts and minds of children.
Thank you, CMS representative, for your views. Women have the potential to change their own economic status as well as that of the communities and countries in which they live. Women's economic empowerment, that is their capacity to bring about economic change, is increasingly viewed as one of the most important contributing factors to achieve gender equality. Women can take part in the e-commerce plans and can help all nations to better their chance of becoming strong players in the global marketplace. Technology helps women increase their productivity as well as launch income-generating pursuits. These kind of outcomes empower women to become strong leaders and to contribute more effectively to their families, communities, and countries. To discuss on the second point on the agenda, e-commerce, a catalyst in women empowerment, member nations are requested to volunteer.
Women in business act as a vital component in the business world. Women entrepreneurs are creating jobs, hope, and opportunities in every community worldwide, be it a corporate, government, or a private sector. Women entrepreneurs have benefited from using the new technologies in a large number of areas, such as marketing their products and services over the internet, and generally cutting costs through more efficient business practices.
Principal of the campus, convener of IYCCE, Mrs. Bonita Jewel, in her welcome address said, City Montessori School is a pioneer in the field of education on many counts. IYCCE is the convention which will help students to evaluate their knowledge of economics, commerce, and accounts on international level.
It is said that every educator must train his children as if he were preparing a prince for his future reign. For he shall grow up to be one of the forces that will shape the future of mankind. Armed precisely with this vision in mind, our respected founders, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi and Dr. Mrs. Bharti Gandhi, the fountainhead of CMS education, set forth with inexhaustible zeal on their path to shaping young minds. The cornerstone of CMS educational philosophy is a firm belief in the statement that every child is potentially the light of the world and, at the same time, the cause of its darkness. Hence, his education is of utmost importance. At CMS, every effort is made to make every child good and smart.
Founder-manager of City Montessori School, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, introducing the chief guest, said IYCCE will expose the participants to the latest developments in the concerned subjects and hopefully will initiate awareness among students about economic growth and corporate social responsibility.
And economics. It is a great pleasure for us to welcome our honorable chief guest, Shri Anup Yadav, and for holding a very important assignment as the Director, State Agriculture Production, Mandi Parishad, Uttar Pradesh.
Everybody then gathered for the lamp lighting ceremony.
Peace and harmony. May the light of knowledge
Followed by a group photograph along with the team leaders.
always burning forever and ever.
CMS management feels, as in the social responsibility of a modern school, it is imperative that students over and above the subjects be taught about world unity and peace. The school has devised colorful and interesting ways of driving home the knowledge into young minds through all religions prayer dance, and the World Unity Prayer. Here are the excerpts brought to you by the team from CMS Films and Radio Division.
हम थारे भिखारी जियो. Much fairer than the lily that grows by the wayside, precious, more precious than gold. तेरा नाम ही मेरा आरोग्य है, तेरा स्मरण ही मेरी औषधि.
बुद्ध की धरती युद्ध न चाहे, चाहे अमन परस्ती. बुद्ध की धरती
परमपिता है एक विश्व परिवार हमारा है. परमपिता है एक विश्व परिवार हमारा है. सारे जग में गूंज उठे जय जगत का नारा है. ईश्वर की सेवा कोई और है क्या जो दूर करे कठिनाइयाँ. ईश्वर की सिवा कोई और है क्या जो दूर करे कठिनाइयाँ.
The sun was given to all. It So, just as nature is indifferent to our station and situation, we need to know that we are all equal. Only when we unite in spirit, then can we truly cope with all the challenges that we face. I pledge my best to mankind, to the planet, and all its inhabitants to promote freedom, equality of all races, species, and genders. One word, cooperating and sharing with love and unity for all. May God Almighty bring unity and peace to our troubled world. Peace in the hearts of all men and women, and unity amongst the nations of the earth.
As boundaries crumble in this ever-shrinking world, unity becomes even more necessary. Only when we unite in spirit, then can we truly cope with all the challenges that we face. Human diversity makes tolerance more than a virtue. It makes it a requirement for survival. Where there is unity, there is always victory.
Unity in diversity is a slogan celebrating cooperation between different groups of people from different societies that propagate the sense of oneness despite barriers of creed, color, or religion. When there is unity, the smallest thrive and flourish. By discord, even the greatest is destroyed. If the people are of one heart, even the yellow earth can turn to gold.
May unity prevail on earth.
Let all the world be united. Let all the world be free. Let all the world be united. Let all the world be free. Let all the world sing together. Sing the song of unity.
Friends, the grand opening of 3rd IYCCE 2015 by the chief guest Mr. Anup Kumar Yadav, IAS, Director Agriculture Production, Mandi Parishad, Government of Uttar Pradesh.
I hereby declare the 3rd IYCCE 2015 open.
Thank you, sir. May God shower His blessing, bless us this day for a new beginning. This is the 3rd IYCCE.
Be prepared for innovative thinkers, scholars can come to be plan and set tools. Elocution, big fight, judge or diction, so be prepared for. We present you IYCCE.
Thereafter, the chief guest, blessing the students from India and abroad at the IYCCE, said,
Economics and commerce both are an integral part of our lives, okay? If we see history, we can easily appreciate that earlier there used to be world powers like Greeks, Romans, British, Europe, etc., etc. All of those were powers by means of muscle. They were powerful because they were having muscle power. Those were the days. Those were the history. But now, today, in today's world, we are very well aware the country which is economically powerful rules the world. So today, the power equation has itself been changed from muscle power to economic power. And need not to mention, because of this change only, now US and then China, slowly China, and then even India, we are becoming superpower. We are becoming world power just because we are economically overreached. We are economically superpower. So role of economy cannot be ruled out in our daily lives as well as international area also.
President and Chief Operating Officer, CMS, Professor Geeta Gandhi Kingdon, thanking the chief guest for his kind words, said the idea behind holding this International Youth Convention on Commerce and Economics is to promote young economists to aspire to improve the efficiency and equity of economic systems and to promote prosperity in a sustainable way.
I hope you were not coerced into taking that pledge. I hope that you took part in that pledge very voluntarily and you meant it. May I just add also that friends, students who have come from all over the country and from other parts of the world, that those of you who are considering being economists, and I presume that you are budding economists, that you've come here to take part in this event, I want you to know that economics is the king of the social sciences. Why do I say that? Not only because I'm an economist myself, but also because if you look at various ministries of government, not sure so much about India, but in many other countries, any department has a chief economist. It could be a department of the environment, it could be a department of agriculture, it could be a public works department. All departments, all government departments have an entity known as the chief economist. Why not also a chief sociologist or a chief anthropologist or a chief psychologist and so forth? Why only a chief economist? And that is because, my friends, economic prosperity is at the base of well-being, not just for economic well-being, but for well-being in the whole range of dimensions.
As long as I live, my love I shall give to you, Lord my God most high. And all of my days I sing your praise, I adore you, my God most high.
Here are the excerpts from the educational cultural program put up by the host CMS Station Road team.
Too
चमन के, सारी धरती को महका देंगे अपने रंगों से हम, सारी दुनिया को रंगीन बना देंगे हम। फूल हैं चमन के, सारी धरती को महका देंगे, हरे रंग से फैला देंगे हरियाली हम, श्वेत रंग से शिक्षा देंगे विश्व शांति की हम, केसरिया रंग से बलिदान की याद दिलाए हम। तीन रंग से बने तिरंगा भारत, भारत, भारत की शान हम बढ़ा देंगे। इंसानों हम सागर की लहरें बनकर विश्व में भाईचारे और मानवता को फैला देंगे, भारत की शान हम बढ़ा देंगे।
अनेकों है इसकी ये अद्भुत नारी है, रूप अनेकों है इसकी ये अद्भुत नारी है, कभी अम्मा कभी दुर्गा कभी ये काली है, कभी अम्मा कभी दुर्गा कभी ये काली है, कभी ये काली है, कभी ये काली है।
बुंदेले हर बोलों के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी। अरे बुंदेले हर बोलों के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी, झांसी वाली रानी थी, वो झांसी वाली रानी थी।
अनेकों है इसके ये अद्भुत नारी है, अनेकों है इसके ये अद्भुत नारी है, कभी ये दुर्गा कभी ये अम्मा कभी ये काली है, कभी ये काली है, कभी ये काली है, कभी ये काली है।
The curtains came down with the vote of thanks proposed by the principal and the convener of IYCCE, Mrs. Bonita Joel. She hoped that the subsequent rounds of different competitions during the IYCCE will see healthy competition, lot of friendship, and of course, bubbling with knowledge.
Appreciation of all of us, not only Station Road branch, but all the campuses. They have always stood by us thick and thin.
To widen the spectrum of trends, to prepare the students' mindset for a highly competitive arena, and facilitate interaction with experts and researchers, welcome to the second day of series of competitions lined up for the day.
To this session of the IYCCE 2015. I'm very proud, I feel very proud to welcome our chief guest, the Honorable Shri Sushil Kumar, who is the professor at IIM Lucknow and Head Center of Education for Business Sustainability and Dean, Academy Affairs, IIML.
The day began with the lamplighting ceremony in the presence of chief guest Mr. Sushil Kumar, Professor, Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow.
हृदय हमारे आन बसो प्रभु, हृदय हमारे आन बसो प्रभु, हमने तुम्हें पुकारा।
Mr. Jayant Malviya, Organizing Secretary IYCCE, in his address on the essence of IYCCE said,
"Only to give the best to those who dream and work." CMS prepares a student to be global citizen who contributes not only toward themselves, not only the nation, but toward the world at large. We believe innovation is the most powerful force for change in the world. Dear student, I want you to believe in yourself, in your potential. I want you to work up to that potential and strive to become the great people and that you are meant to be. I want you to overcome your fear and to broaden your horizon and to protect your dream and work towards achieving them. We at CMS strive to make each child not only excellent in academics, but also value-laden. In fact, it is the values which the people in the society hold that define the quality of life, that determine the limits to which a society is ready to stretch itself, to ensure equality and happiness for all. As it has been rightly said, man can live individually, but can survive only collectively. Man, being a social creature, cannot fend off the responsibilities towards his fellow beings. The time has come for us to start thinking that this world has a global village.
The chief guest, blessing the students' community, said,
and think about economics as a discipline when it came up with Adam Smith talking about in his book Wealth of the Nations. And in fact, he is called as father of economics, and the reason is because with his writing that book and specifically mentioning only one part which led to markets playing such an important role in the modern world. And that was that if each one of us in the society start focusing on maximizing our own utility, this will certainly lead to maximization of social welfare as well. Because some invisible hand will come and make sure that it results in maximum welfare of the society as well. And later on, people thought that that invisible hand was the markets. That's what led to evolution of market-led economic growth. 19th century adopted, or even late 18th century, we adopted what we call them as industrial models, which arose from Europe. Later on came to emerging economies, which led to, in fact, what we call them as rising of entrepreneurs. People earlier who was having a small little factories or even small handicraft workshops in the villages we started calling them as entrepreneurs. And those workshops became enterprises. Workforce became so-called today in modern world which called unionized labor. This is what resulted in, and we in late 20th century also adopted the similar models which were there in the Europe. And slowly what we see is a word coming up is economic growth. That's what we have seen. That's what has happened in the real world. And if you look at the academic side, we had a lot of theories which were, we call them as classical economic theories, or later we call them as neoclassical economic theories, which have always been giving us some perspectives. This is how you should go and analyze economic behavior of the people. And that's what one side on economics. In other side, if you look at an academics in 20th centuries, people have been saying, let's go and analyze human behavior taking one aspect at one point in time. Similarly in society also, let's take one aspect of the society, analyze it, and maybe we'll be able to come out with better ways of managing the society as well as better ways of managing human behavior also. But now, in fact, Albert Einstein, at one point in time, he was asked that if you have got a survival crisis and if you have got only 1 hour to deal with that survival crisis, what would be your strategy? He said, I'll